Hello student, this is Mr. Erastus Juma. I'm here to take you through a business studies lesson. Our topic is international trade. In our previous lesson, we discussed some of the ways of correcting the balance of payments disequilibrium. And we said that there are measures that must be put in place to correct the balance of payment disequilibrium, like increasing the volume of exports, reducing the volume of imports, devaluation of the currency, and many others. In this lesson now, I want us to look at some of the terms of sales used in international trade. Just like in home trade, there are certain terms of sale that we discussed. And when we talk of the terms of sales in international trade, we refer to the price quotation that states the expenses that are paid for by the exporter and those that are paid for by the importer. Candidate, that is important for you to understand. Now, some of the common terms include, we have what is known as the local price, also known as the X warehouse or the X works. And what does this one mean? This term of sale states that the price of the goods quoted are as they are at the manufacturer's premises. The rest of the expenses of moving the good up to the importer's premises will be met by the importer. So this price only includes the price of the good up to where they are at the manufacturer's premises. If you want to move them maybe up to the port, all those other charges depend with the person who is importing. Then we have the free on rail, commonly known as the FOR, and this states that the price quoted includes the expenses of transporting the goods from the seller's premises to the nearest railway station. Other railways charges are met by the importer. Then we have the DD or delivered docks, also known as the free docks. This states that the price quoted covers the expenses for moving the goods from the exporter's premises to the dock. The importer meets all the expenses, including the dock charges. The dock is maybe whereby the ship will be picking the goods. We have the free on board or the FOB states that the price quoted includes the cost of moving the goods up to the ship, including loading expenses. The buyer meets the rest of the expenses. We have the cost and freight. The price quoted in this case includes the free on board charges as well as the shipping expenses. The importer meets the insurance charges. Another term is the cost insurance and the freight, the CIF. The price in this case includes the cost and freight charges, including the insurance expenses. Then we have the landed or the landed. The price includes all the expenses up to the port of destination as well as uploading charges. Others call it the laded. Then we have in bond, the price quoted includes the expenses incurred until the goods reaches the bonded warehouse. Learners, these terms of sale are many. We have the franco. The price quoted includes all the expenses up to the importer's premises. Then we have what is known as the ono, or the nearest offer. Sorry. This implies that the importer is willing to accept the quoted price or any other nearest to the quoted one. Having looked at the terms of sale in international trade, just like in home trade, we have what is known as the documents used in home trade, like the letter of inquiry, like the quotation. In international trade, we also have the documents used in international trade. And some of these documents used in international trade include, just like in the home trade we have inquiry, in international trade we also have inquiry. These are letters sent by an importer to the exporter asking about the supply of the goods and the terms of sale, the same as in home trade. Then we have the order of indent. This asks the supplier to supply goods. It may specify the goods to be supplied and suggest the preferred mode of transport for them. An indent may be open or may be closed. Just like in home trade, we have such letters. Then we have the open indent. Remember, we have said that an indent can be closed or open. An open indent, here the importer does not specify the supplier and the goods to be bought, and therefore the exporter or export agent is free to choose the supplier. So in other words, the person that will be sending the goods to the importer is not specified. It is upon the supplier or the export agent to choose who will be sending it. Then the closed one here, the supplier is specified. We have a letter of credit, a document issued by the importer's bank to the exporter's bank to assure the exporter of the payment for the goods ordered. The exporter can then be paid by his bank on the basis of this letter. So you can assure the importer that your bank will be paying for the goods, and therefore the goods should just be packed and sent to you. Then we have the import license, a document issued by the country to allow the importer to buy goods from abroad. Remember, before you buy goods from any other country, it is important that you pay some tax to the government. And the only document that will prove that you've done that is the import license. So this is issued by the country to allow the importer to buy goods from abroad. We have the freight note, a document prepared by the shipping company to show the transportation charges for the goods. The transportation charges for the goods, either through the ship or through the air. Then we have the certificate of insurance. This is a document issued by the insurance company or an agent undertaking to cover the risk against the loss or damage to goods being exported. Then we have what is known as the certificate of origin. This is a document that shows the country from which the goods are being imported have originated from. A document that shows the country of origin. We have what is known as the commercial invoice, a document issued by the exporter to demand for the payment for the goods sold on credit to the importer. Remember, sometimes depending on the terms of engagement, sometimes the supplier may release goods on credit, and therefore when the supplier wants to demand for the payment of these goods, the exporter or the supplier will send a document known as the commercial invoice. What does the commercial invoice shows? It has the name and address of the exporter. It has the name and address of the importer. It has the price charged, the terms of sale. It describes the consignment or the description of the goods or the consignment. It has the name of the ship transporting the consignment. So these letters sometimes, or this document sometimes, reaches the importer or the importer before the goods finally reaches the country where they are needed. And then we have what is known as the pro forma invoice. This is a document sent by the exporter to the importer if he or she is not willing to sell goods on credit. And what does it have? It serves as a formal quotation. It also serves as a polite request for payment before the goods are released. It also enables the importer to initiate the clearing of the custom duty early enough to avoid delays. It is also used by the importer to obtain permission from the central bank to import the goods. Then we have the bill of lading, we have the airway bill, we have what is known as the letter of hypothecation. Letter of hypothecation. This is a letter written by the exporter to his or her bank authorizing it to resell the goods being exported. This occurs if the bank fails to get payment on the bill of exchange drawn on the importer. Then we have the weight note. This is a document that shows the weight and other measurements of the goods being delivered. And finally, we have a shipping advice note. This is a document issued by the exporter to his or her shipping agent containing instruction for the shipping of goods. Candidates, ensure you go through these documents and understand them, because you'll always meet them even in the final exams. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you.